Hello, everyone, and specifically hello to members of the One Wrestling News Facebook page. It is that time of the month again for my normal audience where I predict a WWE pay-per-view. And of course, now that everything has moved to Peacock, it is so simple to even think about getting Peacock right now. So consider subscribing because you're getting more money. You're getting your money's worth if you subscribe to Peacock Premium. Trust me, this is coming from somebody who's used the service, and just please, Peacock, let us rewind the pay-per-view while it's live. That's all we're asking. But anyhow, yes, tomorrow is another pay-per-view. This is being titled Wrestlemania Backlash, which I kind of feel is stupid. Why are you naming it Wrestlemania Backlash? It's just Backlash. That's how it's always been named and produced over the years, but I guess that's Vince McMahon, and it's up to me, damn it, to name the pay-per-view. Okay, so let's just get into our summary from WWE.com. Currently, right now, as we are speaking, we have 6 matches taking place on the card. The pay-per-view will begin tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Alaska, 2 p.m. Hawaii. So, giving the universal times, I guess, to be fair to the international audience across the U.S., well, the domestic audience. I'm just so focused on the Knicks right now, it's a whole different story. So, thank goodness the Knicks play at 1 o'clock, and this is later on in the evening. But let's start with the women. So, we're going to begin here with the Raw Women's Championship match. Let's get into the background of this. We have Rhea Ripley right here defending her title in a triple threat match against Asuka, who is owed a championship rematch after losing the title at WrestleMania, and newly added Charlotte Flair. So let's talk about Charlotte Flair, shall we? Because I certainly do not want to talk about her, but it seems she is the talk of Raw lately. So a couple weeks ago, after losing a match, she assaulted a referee. That's normally a suspension, but then Sonya Deville put her 2 cents in, didn't even consult with WWE official Adam Pearce about reinstating Charlotte. This has led to Charlotte being pushed into the championship match on Sunday night. So, I just don't see how this ends up for Rhea. Does she defend? Maybe. But I'm going to give Rhea the benefit of the doubt, overcome the odds, and you're basically going to give the belt to Charlotte? That's stupid. I know Rhea has become a heel, and I get that, but she's only been champion for a month. Why are you going to take the belt off her? So, I'll give Rhea Ripley the benefit of the doubt. She overcomes the odds and defends the title. Now let's go to the Smackdown side of things. Bayley, who's been forcing her way since WrestleMania into the spot, is taking on Bianca Belair, which, why isn't there a rematch with Sasha Banks? Normally, this is a spot where the defending champion defends the title, so in this sense, Bianca's going to defend her title. Why are you going to put the belt back on Bayley? It's not going to be a positive response from the Thunderdome audience who are going to be watching virtually, so let's just be honest here. Bianca's going to defend the championship. And if she doesn't, that's a big mistake on WWE's part. Just like how you're going to give the NXT stars who are coming up to the main roster their opportunity to hold main event gold, and you're taking it away from them in less than 30 days after they won at WrestleMania, the biggest show of the whole year. So, come on. Give me a break here. Alright, let's go to our non-championship matches of the evening. First up, we have something that is goofy, but does make sense in a way. Damian Priest taking on The Miz in a one-on-one match. The stipulation it will be a lumberjack match because back on Monday Night Raw this past Monday, if you'd missed it, The Miz's tag team partner, John Morrison, took on Damian Priest in a one-on-one match. The winner would choose the stipulation against The Miz. So, Damian won the match. Damian chose lumberjack, which is very interesting why Damian chose that. I would have thought that maybe this would have been a tomato fight where tomatoes would have been allowed in the match. Something like that. I don't know, because the whole tomato thing, it's been on Raw the past couple of weeks, but okay, I guess I can understand where Damian's coming from. I guess he's that type of old school guy who, you know, old school WWF, but, you know, I'll be honest here, I've liked the Damian Priest character since he's gotten called up to the main roster, and I know there's a lot of criticism from the OWN, oh, why are you making him look goofy? Well, you know, you need something to fill the time on Raw for a 3-hour program. So, I look at it from this point of view. Damian wins because down the line, I could see him facing Sheamus one-on-one for the United States Championship. It's certainly not out of the question. I know the Humberto Carrillo storyline is important, and they just made Mansoor an official part of the roster. So, the way I look at it, you have to give Damian Priest the benefit of the doubt. He wins the match, and then, again, I expect the next couple of months you're going to see them push Damian to take on Sheamus for the United States Championship. That's the way I think this is going to end up. There's no way he's going to face Bobby Lashley, and, you know, I just think that, and I'll go to my theory about Bobby Lashley in a second, but Damian's going to win, and that will be a very positive result for him in the end. As far as Miz is concerned, I don't know. Something tells me he's going to cheat his way to Money in the Bank again next month. I don't know. I could just see it happening. Okay, Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Well deserved for the Mysterios. They earned their opportunity to take on Bobby Roode, or they call him Robert Roode now. See, I don't know, because you rarely see this guy anymore. You rarely see him. You expect to see Dolph Ziggler more often. But anyhow, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler taking on Rey and Dominic Mysterio. I think this is going to be something very positive for the Mysterios. So therefore, your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions will be Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic. And it would be very good for Dominic to hold a little bit of gold in the WWE, because I think down the line, and I know I just see it happening by SummerSlam, the Usos are going to regroup and just split away from Roman Reigns. Because I could just sense that Jimmy wants Jay back. And he's like, we should be winning the tag team gold right now. We used to have that chemistry. Come on, Us. So, it's likely going to end up that way post-Backlash, possibly heading into Money in the Bank next month. And this is going to be good for the tag team division on SmackDown. And honestly, do you want to see Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode as tag team champions? No one wants to really see that. No. So new champions for the SmackDown tag team titles. Here's something dumb. Why aren't AJ Styles and Omos defending their belts on Raw? What's going on over there on the Raw side? I have no clue. I just don't. Alright, so let's go to which should be the main event of the night, but likely will not. Universal Championship match. We have the big dog, Roman Reigns, who just a couple weeks ago debuted some interesting Titantron music, taking on the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. And well-deserved for Cesaro. He earned the opportunity. He beat Seth Rollins a couple weeks ago. And I honestly think that this is going to be Cesaro's time. Roman's been champion now for almost a year. Remember, he won the belt literally a week after he came back at SummerSlam last year. So now, here we are a year later, almost. If Roman can make it to August, which he's not, because I know this is how it's going to happen, I can just tell that this is going to be it. This has to be Cesaro's time. And if he doesn't win, hey, down the line, they'll keep the rivalry going. They'll make sure that Cesaro has the belt. Because let's look at it this way. Cesaro's been on the roster now for almost 10 years. It's time for Cesaro to get gold. It was like Kofi Kingston. We all wanted Kofi Kingston to win the WWE Championship a couple years ago. And that was good for Kofi. And now that Kofi's won a title, I can certainly say he will be a Hall of Famer one day. Just like how Cesaro already has gotten some credibility to be a Hall of Famer. But if you win gold, especially because you're almost a 10-year veteran of the WWE, then that gets you even more credibility one day. So it's going to be a new day on Smackdown. The long, gruesome, very villain-like reign of Roman Reigns will finally end. And I was saying that, this was going to end up to a long rivalry with Daniel Bryan and Cesaro down the line, but now that's likely not going to happen unless, something concurs by SummerSlam. Or unless maybe they're going to move Daniel Bryan to take on Bobby Lashley in the summer. Who knows? And Daniel Bryan goes back to Raw, but Cesaro wins new Universal Champion, and it'll be good for SmackDown. I think SmackDown's going to have the best night overall. I really think SmackDown will be the A show of the evening. Which now gets to my point of the dumb, idiotic WWE Championship match on Raw. And I find this dumb because I know McIntyre deserves another rematch, and that's good for him. But Braun Strowman? Come on, do we really need to see Braun Strowman? Isn't the idea to keep the belt on Bobby Lashley until SummerSlam? I know Lashley's gonna defend. It's quite obvious what's gonna happen here. There's no disqualifications. The two guys who used to be with Ascension and Mustafa Ali, they're gonna help out the Hurt Business. It's quite obvious they're gonna be in the Hurt Business. So, sorry, Braun Strowman. Sorry. But you guys aren't gonna be there. Oh, and I have one bold prediction for Raw, and I know I'm gonna sound crazy for saying this. During the Raw Women's Championship match, I have a feeling Becky Lynch is gonna help out Rhea Ripley. I am predicting that. I'll just quickly go into that. So, Lashley defends, but Raw. Becky Lynch, the man, comes back and helps out Rhea Ripley. Because Becky Lynch wants another one-on-one match. I can tell the man wants her belt back. She's going to be hungry and she's going to be thriving for it. So expect the summer of the man to start tomorrow. Because I've been hearing rumors that Becky Lynch might be coming back. So I would love to see it happen. It would be a perfect spot for Becky Lynch. So, who knows? Maybe she'll have a shirt that says The Mom on it. It's possible. Okay, so there you have it. My predictions for WWE Wrestlemania Backlash. So, let's see what happens, because my favorite time of the year besides Hell in a Cell is coming up, and that is Money in the Bank season. I cannot wait to see who qualifies for the ladder match next month. And to Vince McMahon, might not be a bad idea to hold the pay-per-view again in Connecticut. Just saying. You know, that was fun last year, seeing the chaos in the building in Stamford, but maybe they'll have another idea. Maybe they can do something outdoors, because you got to be creative with Money in the Bank. I mean, last year was so creative how they had the match in Connecticut. So, with that, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you all very much for watching, and until the next one, please take care.